Then, so as you probably saw in the post, got a bit of a headache today, so gonna be taking it a little bit easier. That's why we're gonna be playing something relatively chill. Everything should be... There it goes. I was making sure there was still sound because clicking in doesn't make sound. Clicking out does make sound. It's very odd with this game. It's a little odd in places, but don't worry too much about that. I did almost forget one important thing. So I'm gonna fix that before we get this ball rolling. There we go. Okay, let's just launch in and it'll make itself known as we go. That'll be easier than explaining. Here we are, at the bottom of the ocean. We're gonna be walking from cave to cave, grabbing minerals. That's pretty much our whole shtick here. We try not to die while we gather more things to make ourselves stronger. You could compare this to either a Vampire Survivor style game or to Dome Keeper, for those that are aware of that game. Except in this case, our dome is moving because it's our mech. But that is the most logical comparisons I can make, especially with how the mining portion works. Because I keep meaning to pick up Dome Keeper and then I just don't. Mostly because I just keep forgetting the game is out. That timer up there is how soon the enemies are going to be arriving, which is why we want to get out of the hole before they arrive. Because the mech doesn't do anything on its own. And I don't really know what'll happen if I'm not there when the monsters arrive. I would assume pain, misery, and destruction. Yeah, now we fight for our lives until this wave ends. And then we go back to mining. There we go. Back in the hole. It's as simple as that. Yeah, probably only gonna play for a couple hours. Just because, like I said, not feeling the best today. I don't feel sick, just like, I think it's the fact that it's all stormy and shitty here today. That's got the headache and everything rolling through me. If I genuinely felt bad, I would have taken the day off. But I don't feel bad enough to make that worth it. I don't know if the cursor's on screen. Hopefully it isn't, but if it is, well, there we go. There's also an upgrade system, which is what we're gathering the blue gems and the yellow gems and all that good stuff for. This stuff's actually meta currency. We will be using that outside of the current mission, whereas the blue stuff and when we get these other ones will be used in run to make myself a little more effective. Right now, might be a good idea to get a bit more mech speed. The mech is slow. Rotation speed arguably makes sense for the machine gun, but I don't feel like I need that yet. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to left field this a little bit, and that I'm going to make us get slowed down less when we're carrying ore, because that'll lead to us bringing in more ore, which will lead to us getting more upgrades. You understand where that logic goes. It all makes mostly logical sense. Okay. We're gonna let them make their way around the rocks to us rather than going to them, because there's a lot of them, and I don't think we're up to the challenge of charging into them right now. As it stands, some of them are probably gonna get through to hit me if I'm not smart about this. Which, as it stands, currently I'm managing to be smart about this. In the interest of not taking too long to walk around, let's just hit this cave. And just hope there's good stuff in easy reach here. We will, of course, go back for what's in the other cave. Ooh, ancient artifact, you say? I don't know what that does. Let's find out. Because I kind of cut the tutorial short when I was testing this the other day. Oh, I can get a new module. For a moment, I thought I had to bring the whole thing. Ooh. So an automatic machine gun, a napalm bomb launcher, or artillery. So how about that napalm? That sounds fun. And there's some of that yellow stuff immediately, so we'll just snag that right now. What we'll do is we'll pop this rock and then we will fly it all up. I actually could have gotten away with grabbing the other one, but it's fine. Okay, now it's got its own separate upgrade tree. That's about what I figured. And we didn't get enough yellow for anything out of that aside from more carry weight, which is fine. I don't think we really need more carry. Since we managed to get us a second weapon, I'm gonna keep focusing on improving our mining. Because with good enough mining, we'll just make pure profit. We have a bunch of mines around us, so it makes nothing but sense to go for that. How do I fire the napalm? Okay, there we go. Oh good, I got the closer range weapon just in time for ranged enemies to show up, huh? This is going poorly. But in the end, everything's under control. Just, you know, mild concern for a moment. Just a mild concern for a moment. Let's get back to the hole we were at originally, because I know there's still more stuff to get, though there was quite a lot of good stuff in that hole we were just in, too. I don't like leaving stones unturned. In this case, minerals unmined. And this is why we wanted the carry slowdown decrease, because the more you're hauling, the slower you get, and boy are we hauling a lot. Without that slowdown decrease, we wouldn't even be moving with that many items on us. It would be brutal. But instead, it's profitable. Look at all that profit we're getting. I keep overestimating how long it takes to get back up. Oh well. Okay. Given how dicey that last one got, a mech upgrade's probably in order. We can't quite afford speed and power as much as I would love to. That would be 14 blue. But that does increase our shots per reload a lot. So yeah, let's make our machine gun better. That is a lot better. Okay. That's gonna take out a lot more targets before it needs to reset. That's gonna be fantastic. Oh, that guy looks important. Oh, we are caught in a really awkward pincer here, too. Oh, no. This could be bad. This could be really bad. Okay. We're out of the pincer. We're not dead. We're okay. We'll be fine. Everything is okay. See? We lived. Everything is absolutely a-okay. This could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse. I don't know how to heal in this game, so this could be a problem. But, you know, It's one of those we'll figure it out type deals. Worst case, we die, spend our meta currency, and try again. That'll help. More weaponry makes a big difference, but seems like we might be out of blue here unless it's really deep. So we probably should just go to a different cave. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I really want the ricocheting bullets, but the 50 health is probably going to be necessary. Because here's the thing. The ricocheting bullets would probably keep the majority of the enemies off of us. But in our current condition, I feel like too many of them would still get through even with the ricochets. So, yep, that's what I was hoping for, is that it would heal me. And I'm gonna make a very quick foray into this hole over here in the hopes that there's blue near the surface there for us to get more health. That'll do. That'll be enough to do the job. Let's get on up out of the hole. It all worked according to plan. Oh wait, we did purchase the health already. Wait, no we didn't. Oh! Oh, okay. That's how that works. Okay. So it might be better to hold off on grabbing too many relics till you have a few of the basic upgrades in place already then. Because it gave us this upgrade. I was hoping to be able to double dip. But that makes a lot of sense, actually. Even if it is greatly inconvenient to my current plans. And we need to find green in order to be able to repair. Auto repair would be fantastic. Let's do tradition then. Speed up. That is a pretty good speed increase. Like, obviously, we saw what the numbers said the speed increase was going to be, but what the number says and what the actual results are can be two very different things. Oh, this is a boss wave. Okay. Doesn't seem like he's got any friends, so I think I made the right choice taking the health. Oh, he does contact damage. Oh, that hurt a lot. You know, I said I'm glad I have health. Yeah, I used to have health. Threw that away real good, didn't I? He's throwing, he's throwing. The degree of, like, little dodges I'm having to do here. And we're dead. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit rough. We're gonna definitely need some meta currency upgrades. Duly noted. Oh, I see. That's why it was giving us upgrades instead, is because we only had the one relic weapon slot. Okay. Ooh. Unlock a... I don't know how a missile launcher really counts as a skill. Yeah, see, these look like skills. These are just weapons. Huh. But I'm thinking just upgrades straight up are probably the way to go. Is with how much of a difference it made once we started getting some upgrades on our drilling, it might be... I don't know. If I grab mining upgrades, it gets us resources early, but if I start the mech stronger, it means we don't need to rush getting mech upgrades and we can more safely get those other upgrades. But I'm going to grab an extra weapon slot. That's guaranteed. Like, we absolutely need that weapon slot to remain relevant, I feel. And I'm going to take just the health for now. I don't know why there's no title screen music. It makes the title screen very awkward. Just means I'm alone with my thoughts, and that's a dangerous thing. Eeny, miny, this one. Hopefully there's good things in here. Yeah, you saw that there was an upgrade spent already as well. That was because I had purchased a little bit of speed with my tutorial meta currency. Oh, this is a very profitable hole. Oh, hell yeah. This is what I was talking about with the slowdown. Oh, God. And you can drop a thing to move better. And we're gonna have to, actually. Jettison one of the rocks. Oh, if I'd managed to keep it tangled in there, we would have actually been able to keep that in regardless of whether we were supposed to. That would have been cool. So we need that carry slowdown, like, immediately. And that speed. There we go. Yeah, probably not going with the napalm launcher in the future either. It was a little disappointing just watching it just shoot at the floor and hit things like once in a blue moon. I think this was the same hole? No, this is a different hole. Well, that's fine. We'll just go this way for now. Because we took a big chunk of the profit from that first hole anyway. A lot of yellow in this set of pits we got going here, just not a lot of blue. There we go. That's a bit better. Hopefully we can move well enough to get out of here with this. Yeah, this will be okay. Gets a little stuck on the walls, but that's fine. We really just need to dig, like, super greedily within our means. Which I know is a counterintuitive sentence, but that's the main idea, is I need to push my luck, but not push it too hard. We could get the health right now. Because we can't quite afford power, which is what I'd really want. Or I could... You know what? Actually, let's just clear more of the carry slowdown. This way we can just make bigger trips straight away. And I think staying somewhere over here might be in our best interest. Yeah, because this way they all come from one side of us and I'm not getting pincered all the time anymore. It makes it less exciting, but it guarantees us making some progress here. And it's looking like this is not going to be the kind of game where I can dally around as much as I would like. Oh, good, a relic. We kind of need a better weapon option. If it ends up being an upgrade relic, that's also fine. I'll grab it after I grab these, because I don't want to make the trip back just to drop the relic off. We have to start getting more efficient, is what I'm getting at. There we go. Oh, wait. Almost missed a rock. We're just one short of getting the weapon power upgrade. Slowing missiles, machine gun, or a little bit of diver speed. Go ahead and give me auto missiles. Auto missiles seem like a good idea. Especially since they're slowing missiles. This hole is seeming like it was a bad idea. Aside from the fact that we got a missile launcher, it really turned out to be bupkis. We can get power for the missile launcher. I'm kind of confused. The readout on that slowdown strength does not necessarily make sense. Like, it's 0.4 right now, and then it goes down to negative 0.1. I'm assuming that it is a positive, considering. It just confuses me slightly. Well, we'll grab it, though, because a power upgrade's a power upgrade. That does seem to slow them down pretty significantly, so that is definitely worth it. I forgot that this was the wave where the shooters came in, so hemming myself in like that was a really bad idea. Because now we're gonna get chewed up pretty bad. This also was a really bad point to not have any increased move speed going. For those wondering, the machine gun will automatically fire, but if I choose to fire it, it fires faster. I just don't have the benefit of auto-targeting with the manual firing. I have to manual target if I'm manually firing it. And I was focusing on dodging there, so I wasn't actually firing the machine gun like I should have been. Which is why it got a little out of hand there. I was also watching how the missile was firing and making sure it was doing its job. So, kind of shot myself in the foot a little bit. And I think it's boss wave again, isn't it? Judging from how the last one went, so we might be in trouble. Though if we can get a machine gun power up, we might actually be okay. I'm gonna try to do something slightly bold and stupid here. And it's definitely gonna be stupid. I think by the time I dig even one hole, we're out of time. That's what I was afraid of, but I was hopeful. But this way I can get the machine gun boosted. I debated grabbing the health, and the health might have been, in the end, a better idea. Oh wait, no, this is another regular wave. Okay, we're okay then. This could be ugly, don't get me wrong. But like, the missiles keep the regular enemies under control pretty well. There we go, the shooters are out. I'm assuming those little green guys would explode if they got to me. Much like the little purple dudes do. That is still a lot of enemies. It's unfortunate that we get, like, no benefit for killing the enemies other than not dying. Well, guess we'll just go in this hole since it's here. It would take us entirely too long to crawl across back to known quantities. What I really should start doing is, like, keeping one or two enemies alive or something, so I can get better positioning. But that's a level of detail I'm not inclined to worry about yet. We could try artillery again. Getting the power boost for the drill would be nice, but the problem with that idea would be the... Excuse me. The drill power upgrade, I think, is the cheaper one? Or did we buy a power upgrade already? I already don't remember. But we're kind of in need of more firepower, so we'll grab the artillery. These enemies are having an unfortunate habit of surviving for a little while, and that's just not okay. Okay, we should be able to pull these blue rocks up and out of here in time. Do we greed? We greed a little bit. I debated greeting one more, but with how tight the timer is getting on us coming back up here, it was not going to work out favorably. So I made the judgment call and it worked out again. I could boost the damage on the artillery, but the artillery already does a lot of damage. It does more damage than anything else we have. Reload time wouldn't be a bad idea. So we've yet to upgrade our speed. We also could really do with mech health. And yeah, we didn't get any power upgrades yet. So what we'll do is we'll grab mech health and drill power then. That's why it was taking us a while to dig things out. So yeah, it would have been incredibly wasteful for us to have grabbed that drill upgrade. So I'm glad I kept my head on that one instead of going, ooh, drill. Now it's boss time. This is why I got the health. That's such a cheap shot. It is so hard to dodge him without any speed. Oh, we are so fucked. We're doing better damage this time, but I'm getting hit by like every shot. Because I have like no movement at all. I have to basically happen to be moving out of the way already, or the shot will hit me. We will have reduced his health more than last time, I think. But we will lose again. I don't know if this is just more meta progression reliant than I thought, or if I'm just, like, making the wrong choices. It's really hard to say. I don't mind it so far. I'm just like, I don't know what's going wrong here. But something is very clearly going wrong. Yeah, it's only a 0.2 drill power increase. So I'm not sure that that's worth it. I think I'm best served... I don't know how much the shield actually does. But I assume it's a regenerating shield. Enemies indicator isn't a bad idea, but it's not really required. Same with the cave indicator. I don't think either of those are worth grabbing right now. We will grab the missile launcher skill, because that just seems like a good idea. Just having another means of attacking. I wouldn't mind having like the main rocket launcher or the shotgun or another relic slot. But we can't afford any of those right now. I guess with what we can afford in mind, we will take a little bit of drill power and a little bit of carry slowdown reduction. I could have saved those points, but every little bit we get that helps us, obviously helps us. So it makes things a little smoother. We just are unfortunately a little RNG reliant based on the fact that if we get a tunnel that leads to nothing, like this one's kind of leading to nothing at the moment, we're in trouble. Okay. This is actually a pretty good hole. It just took a bit of time to become useful. Yeah, I gotta remember, I can only carry so much at the moment. So, let's get this up and out, and I think I might be able to get away with a trip to get one more. I'm gonna be pushing my luck hard here, but I want to see if I can get away with it. Okay, yeah, that is doable. Good to know. Is this way we can do that and that? Because I do think prioritizing the miner, at least for wave 1, is the smartest choice. Okay, that's how the missile launcher skill works. Okay. And it's very slow recharging. Which makes sense, because it's a pretty hefty launch there. This should, in theory, work out in our favor. I kind of would rather go back to that other tunnel we had, but I'm hoping that this one will work out. Because, again, travel time. I really shouldn't even be bothering grabbing these yellow rocks that much yet. But it's one of those target of opportunity things. If they're there in front of me, I'll grab them. Because it saves me having to find them later. This is pushing my luck, but I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, because the more we push our luck, the more value we're going to be dragging out of these places. Which will hopefully keep us out of trouble. Okay, the missile launcher has its own independent upgrades. I need speed, though. Like, that feels so much better immediately. It feels like the mech's actually functional instead of just a stump. Okay. Shooter dealt with. Launch that. Oh, the missile doesn't go where I tell it to. It goes where it wants. Okay. Because I was going to throw it at the flying spitty guy here. Is if I could have gotten rid of both the flyers immediately, we would be sitting so nicely. I'm hanging around here on purpose because this is the hole we went into at the beginning, I think. So I know that there's more to be had in here. Yeah. Probably not going to find a relic, but stats can be just as good, it seems. Oh, never mind. There's a relic. Slow ride. Take it easy. Now, the problem with trying to get rid of any of these things is I don't know what order it drops them in. I believe it's the order you picked them up in.
Hello there.
So we'd have nothing but problems if we tried to get rid of any of it. Hey there, Lixie. How you doing today? Don't mind me slowly dragging rocks up from the depths. Let's see, auto rocket gun, frost bullets, and explosive bullets. Appreciate it. Hopefully work's going well for you. Explosive bullets would be kind of fun, but an auto rocket would be also fun. Difficult choices to make. Let's go with the explosive bullets since I'm about to upgrade the machine gun here soon anyway. Except I didn't get enough and it took us too long to travel with all that, so this might be a little sketchy. It does sound so nice though when it explodes. Oh, I can upgrade the explosions too. But it needs green and we don't have green. Okay. It's definitely helping keep the little purple guys under control. There we go, we're okay, everything's fine. This could have been better, but it could also have been infinitely worse. I'll take what I can get. Fire off another missile. Because I need to remember that those come off cooldown a lot quicker than I think they do. Okay. Everything is fine. There's the profit we really be needing. What I really should do is just take these up straight away. This way I don't have to hold them up later. I should have done that the second they were popped out of the rocks, pretty much. But, you know, hindsight. Okay, dead end that way. Yikes, this section kind of sucks. There we go. We just happened to go right past it all. Pretty much as tradition dictates. Yeah, nothing new there. I think we'll just barely make it with this load. No, we're not really gonna just barely make it. We're gonna be slightly late. Hopefully we don't auto lose. Okay, no, we're fine. Yeah, because the mech defends itself for a little bit while I made my way up. So honestly, that really worked out, because now we can quickly purchase the machine gun upgrade and the health upgrade that I wanted. And now we're a lot more effective. Just chewing through the wave. Much better. Eat dirt, everything in my vicinity. There we go. And problem solved. That was a lot more effective. Come on, prizes. Big prizes. Shockingly, no whammies. You know, the fact that you can get a bomb skill and everything for the diver really makes me worry that there's gonna be enemies down here at some point. Sniper rifle. Or I could get the next drill upgrade. If I get the next drill upgrade, I can dig so much faster. Reload time for the missile launcher would be nice, but I don't think it's necessary. I do need more damage, though. Because I'm pretty sure we're either at boss or coming up on boss soon. Oh yeah, this power upgrade is delicious. Oh, I wish I had more carrying capacity though. Oof. Do I have enough to get it? I don't, but I do have enough to get speed to help counterbalance it a little bit. There we go. I did drop one though, so I need to get that. Oh, and it fell all the way back down because of course it did. Oh, fine. Let's look around for more while we're here then. Nope. This'll have to do. Turbo greed. Oh, I went too fast. No. Give me those. Yep, the boss is here. Why does he have, like, a bunch of health missing every time when he shows up? I don't know what the deal with that is. It's very weird. Before we actually commit to fighting him, though, what can I do? I can raise the power on the sniper rifle, though the power is not actually that big of an increase. So I think I'm not going to do that. We're actually going to get us a little bit more speed on the mech. And that's why. Get away from him when he tries to dive on us and dodge his bullets better. So if I can just avoid the majority of his attacks, we can whittle him down. He has a lot of hit points. Oh, okay, the sniper rifle wasn't firing at first, but now it's firing. I was wondering why wasn't doing the thing. Turns out, I think I actually had to activate it. But now it's firing automatically. We're making good headway, but so is he. This is gonna be dicey. Because the problem is I'm now moving too fast a little bit. Oh. Oh, okay, so we don't have to beat him in one go. We fight him off and then he'll leave. Okay, well I need to get to a different mine. I don't think we cleaned this one out. We were unfortunately in a really awkward spot mine-wise there. Oh, we chewed through this one pretty good though. Yeah, I knew I was gonna lose that rock. That'll be okay. Worst case, though, we're gonna get more meta currency by just digging all of this out. So, in fact, let's just grab these two. It seems like every block you dig gets you meta currency. So, arguably, I suppose the logic would be, assuming there's not a hefty bonus for winning or anything, and you don't think you're going to win, you may as well just dig as much as you can. Like, just go all in on mining power and just rinse through the earth. I don't know, the sniper didn't really seem to be doing too much for me. Let's follow that logic of increasing mining speed. On the assumption that this is just regular enemies this time. Yep. Ah, but there's little worms now. Little spitty worms. Little shitty spitty worms. Who can appear at any angle, it looks like, so that's upsetting. Okay, let's actively fall back here. By actively falling back, we can get to more mines that are over this way. Because we didn't get that many of these, because we got harried off of this area before. There we go. With a little luck, this will lead to more relics, more rocks, more everything. Oh wow, this is so nice. Just like instant breaking rocks. Noted, get higher mining speed more often. Because, like, I already knew that higher mining speed was going to be good, but I didn't anticipate it being this good. Like, we're just swimming through the stone now, pretty much. And as long as we find places that have any, look at that profit. It is ridiculous. Definitely gonna need to start grabbing yellow rocks now, though. Because we're gonna need them for some of the higher up upgrades. Look at this. We've cleaned out so much of this place with time left. This is so good. I am so pleased. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I'm very easy to satisfy, especially in a situation like this. You give me the ability to just rip through rocks, you got it. I will destroy the local ecology in the interest of profit and progress. Gotta go! Before I commit to fighting them... Actually, yeah, just even better machine gun. Yes, please. Oh, that is so much better again. My god. I might die here regardless, though, because they're sending a lot of bad. Okay, the little guys really don't hurt much at all, so that's not a problem. Big slidey boy up there could be an issue. Thankfully, he's a little stupid, so he's not really my problem at the moment. Sound effects seem to be breaking down slightly now that I'm attacking that fast. So that's not ideal, but you know, price of doing business and all that, I suppose is the right turn of phrase there. Let's see what this relic offers us. Auto machine gun, artillery, and speed. Artillery really didn't do much for us last time. An auto machine gun wouldn't be a bad idea for picking up some of the smaller enemies that are around me, and a small speed upgrade really just doesn't seem like it would do that much for me at this point. Though our speed upgrades really aren't big to begin with for the driller, I've noticed, which is not great. But he also has very small territories to cover for the most part, so him being fast isn't necessary. Like I was discussing before, it seems to be primarily about making sure he can tunnel as fast as possible. This way you can ensure that he can actually gather the resources in the first place. It's like ever since we gained the ability to dig faster, we have absolutely been turning a larger profit. And we are coming out of this with so much more meta currency than before. Like, we can actually get that next relic slot. I'm actually gonna go ahead and come out of here before I spend too much time in there. Arguably I should get the health because we are in a bit of a dodgy spot. But if I upgrade the machine gun we just got, I might be able to keep them off of us in the first place. It really depends on what we're up against. Now, go with your gut. Trust your instincts. My instincts were screaming at me to get health, so we got health. Very frequently I ignore those instincts in the interest of fun. Okay. It is a regular wave, but it does have a lot of spitters. So this is probably for the best. Okay, I feel like those sound effects need to come down a little bit. Just because, if nothing else, they're not super loud, but they're very repetitive with the machine gun rate we have now. So, it was just gonna start pounding everybody's ears, and as I mentioned in the post and everything, I do have a bit of a headache. I did take something for it, which is why I may seem a bit lethargic instead now. And the expectation of when that's gonna wear off is part of why I'm like, yep, we're gonna be a little bit of a short day today. But, you know, that's fine. This way content still comes out. We maintain that good old consistency. I do have at least one new emote in the works, by the way. And for those so inclined, I am now on VGen. I do not have a storefront set up on there yet. That will be coming. I just need to take the time to actually set up over there. But I have claimed my name and everything and all of that good stuff. And thanks to a code I was given, we will actually have immediate access to using that information. Just gonna take some setup time. And I have been way too easily distracted lately to make fast progress on anything like that. But since today's stream will be shorter, I might work on the emote tonight. Depends on how bad this headache gets. So far, it's been completely workable, so I'll probably get work done on that. We'll see. It's a very big we'll see situation on that one. And now we'll go ahead and get the machine gun upgrade. In fact, we could actually double upgrade it. Oh, of course, on the day I have a headache, some dumb son of a bitch drives through with the loudest music in the world. You know, people like that should not be allowed to have a vehicle. They have no respect for anyone around them, so I will actively have no respect for them. Wow, that's a lot of enemies. I'm glad I upgraded the machine gun as much as I did, because Jesus, this is a lot. I think they might be taking me seriously now, guys. I don't know. I just get this feeling that they might be mad. They might be a little angry. They might be just a little angry that I'm still alive. Wow, there is so many. Yeah, without this upgraded machine gun, we would have been buried already. And that goes for both machine guns. Because this is kind of crazy. I kind of meant to keep one of them alive, but it's fine. The idea was going to be to buy myself time to get over to this cave here. Oh, good, there's multiple caves over this way. So there's more ground we can cover than I thought. I was starting to worry that we were going to be running out of resources soon, which could easily have been a really big problem. Because it would be a very strong counterbalance to me becoming so powerful as far as mining goes is, hey, guess what? There's just nothing left to mine now. Good luck. Considering we encountered a bit of a dome area before when we were running from some of our problems in the last attempt, I assume there's a limitation as to how far you can go in this game. Ground coverage wise. And it may also be that it's like phase based, where like the longer you're in, the wider the area you get to go through gets to be. I'm not sure. Yeah, even with having to cover that much ground, we still came out of this with 10. That's pretty good. Pretty good, I'd say. No relic, but all we get out of a relic at this point is upgrades, which I wouldn't say no to free upgrades. It's almost like they're free. Crazy. Oh, we don't have enough yellow for any upgrades now, though. Uh-oh. Miscalculation. It's going up the rotation speed on the regular machine gun. The auto one seems to generally be pointing in a good enough direction on its own, whereas increased rotation speed accounts for my foolishness. Oh, I'm glad oh god, it's a crab. I don't have your dollar, Mr. Krabs. Leave me alone. Oh wait, I just had a realization then. I guess we don't refight the boss repeatedly. You fight him for X amount of time or until he dies, or you die. That's how this works, I guess. I feel like this probably should be the first boss, because he's really not doing a lot. He mostly just tries to pinch me, and I do not wish to be pinched. Oh, he did bump into me, though, which did a ton of damage, so never mind. That's probably why he's not the first boss. Because if, with lower speed than we have, he would have devastated me by now, just by running into me. And there it is again. Okay, so that's not great. They might want to work on that a little bit. Yeah, we did technically defeat the worm boss, even though he had health left then. Okay. That's how that works. I now have a decision to make. Do I grab the relic slot, or do I grab the starting rocket gun? I feel like this isn't even a question. Rocket gun. Ooh, it gave us a whole new coat of paint, too. Neat. Yeah, we'll try that out. See how that plays out for us. We do have a lot of money now. We've learned that drill power is huge. Grab at least the base speed upgrade over there. Let's grab some shield. Because I feel like the shield will start making up for some of the cheeky attacks they can get in. And we'll see how that works out for us. Okay, that shoots a decent amount of rockets, so that's pretty good. It said 6 per reload, but I wasn't sure if they were like rapid fire 6 per reload, or if it was gonna be like rocket, 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 rocket type deal, you know? Basically, I was worried I was gonna have to be precise with them, and the answer to that is a little more than the machine gun, but not by much. In the end, it'll be fine. And for anybody worried about the amount of content coming, don't worry, there is going to be more variety coming in soon. I had other things intended for today, and then the headache kind of thwarted my plans. And this rocket launcher is way more effective. I'm glad I spent the money for it. Or at the very least, it's currently more effective. I'm not sure it's going to be as good against bosses, because it seems like it does individually less damage, but it does AoE damage, so it's good for the swarms. Hey, ABC. Yeah, theoretically these rockets will be good enough to keep us going long enough that we can get some good meta currency going again. We'll find out. The only way to find out is to, of course, live as best we can. Alright. Bring those 4 up. We'll grab this yellow as much as I can, and then we'll get out of here. And then face off against this next wave. And pretty much perfect timing. Let's see. Oh, okay, it does base 20, goes up by 10s. Well, no, it goes up by 10 and then goes and doubles. And then it'll double again. Okay, that's actually a lot. And instead of rotation time, it's reload time. Okay. Have to keep that in mind. Let's get the full battery of upgrades for the miner for now, though. Oh, interesting. We got worms early on this time. So I guess the waves are somewhat random, or they're determined by your weapon. One of the two. Well, that's good information to have, because I was a little worried that memorizing the waves was going to make this a little too easy. Which actually, yeah, we didn't have the big snake wave the one time, too. Worth keeping in mind. There's a relic. Detonation charges, jamming missile launcher, and artillery. The jamming missile launcher was quite good. I'm gonna try the detonation charges, though. Because those just sound like a lot of fun. Will it be the efficient move? Probably not. But when has that been the priority? Unless I absolutely have to. As we'll grab these while we're here. Clear this out just for the meta currency, and so I can go back up straight away instead of needing to go around it. Yikes. Okay. Probably won't come back in here anytime immediately. We'll head north a bit. I could go straight into even more mining power. But I think at least some missile damage would be in my best interest. Okay, it's a slow-firing big missile. Does some good work, though. There's the flying spitters. All things considered, I think the worms are a bit fairer to get early compared to the flying spitters. There we go. Still, all in all, we seem to be in a really good position this time. Which means the boss fight's gonna ruin us, like, immediately. Like, something in my gut is just telling me, like, yep, you've done fucked yourself now. Saying you're doing well? Nope, that's not allowed. Now you gotta die. Generosity only lasts till it's called out. Which is a concerningly real sentence, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. On the bright side, really good haul out of this cave after the initial not so good look of it. I'm glad I didn't give up on this one. Which, let that be a lesson as well, really, if you think about it. Don't give up just because you didn't get immediate results. Sometimes the biggest results are waiting around the corner. A lesson I really should take to heart myself, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so we definitely need some speed, because otherwise we are in trouble. I could actually... Yeah, you know what? No, get that rocket damage up. We're just gonna obliterate everything, and by virtue of that level of devastation, we can just run rampant and get whatever we need. Yep, our shield's been dinged off. The problem is we aren't firing fast enough to keep up with the horde now. That's the only real problem we have. We've got a lot of slow firing heavy weaponry. We destroy quantity, but we don't fire fast enough to keep consistency. Is the only real problem we have now. But perhaps this relic will help. Paused so I didn't deafen everyone with a sneeze. Auto shock rifle. Okay. A slowing weapon could be really handy, but a shotgun also would balance our setup out kind of nice. And the shotgun's fast reload might be exactly what we need for keeping the chaff off of us. As much as I'm not normally about shotguns. Give me all of the crystals. Diamonds may be a girl's best friend, but boy, these gems are my best friend right now. We've already turned a pretty hefty metacurrency profit here, which is interesting. So the shotgun's power growth really isn't that great. It's only 1 point each, but I'm assuming this is 6 damage per pellet of the shotgun. That might not be that bad. This also doesn't go up in damage that much, but it's got a very big area, so that makes a degree of sense. Down our reload time a little bit. Get health. Yep, that's why. I figured it was gonna be boss time. I should have gotten speed in hindsight, but, well, you know. Hindsight is what... Oh, that's right. Always 20/20. Always a lot better than normal sight. I will say, the audio design in this does seem to be kind of inconsistent, which is not the best. Like, obviously, some of it makes sense because, one, we're underwater, so sound's already going to be kind of weird. And two, we are firing a wildly different set of shells here in comparison to each other. Like, the detonation charge is obviously going to be the loudest thing on the goddamn planet because it's massive compared to everything else we're firing. I think sometimes his health isn't updating properly. Yeah, considering we just chased him off and it still showed 3,000, I feel like that health bar might just be a lie a little bit. Oh, this is when we were already in. This is not ideal. It's fine. I could have turned around, but I didn't want to make this a wasted trip, basically. And this place does have more to dig out. This may still turn out to be a wasted trip because there wasn't anything left to get in here. Aha! Probably not worth the time I'm spending down here, but, you know, gotta have something to show for it. We might be able to swing our way to the next mine in time. No, we have one speed upgrade. That should be okay. Grab the reload time instead, though the reload time seems to have some hefty diminishing returns, considering we only got 0.1 off of it that time. I should have read that before I clicked it. Oh well. It's too late to do anything about it now. This is not a good trip. We are not returning with much this time, but as long as we stay near this hole, we can actually get a pretty good haul next time. After this wave is over. Yeah, we can't buy, like, anything. I guess I'll get speed for the tunneler. On the bright side, we do have our back to a wall here, so we have that to work off of. But now we got big boys too, which might be a really big problem. No, we're okay. We're okay. Everything's fine. Okay, that's what I figured. I was pretty sure the wave was on its back foot at that point, so I had free reign to push forward. So we didn't have to wait too long to get in here. Get at least these guaranteed couple gems we knew were here. This is a little better. It's not quite what I was hoping for, but it'll have to do at the moment. I'm glad I didn't wander off and get distracted, otherwise we would not have gotten any of those gems, and we might not have gotten any. Depending on how the generation wanted to be this time. Ooh, I think those are green. The green and the yellow look real similar as it turns out in this game, but we found one at least. Now, the only problem is we need 2 more of those before we can do much with it. I think one will let us repair, though, which will be nice. I don't think it's worth coming back in here unless we want to go all the way down in the hopes of getting more green. It's only a 35 hit point repair, but it's better than nothing. I've not been seeing that much return on investment on that shotgun, by the way. I really wish I could manually aim the missile launcher. That's the only major issue with the active missile launcher is... Oh, wow. Some of those do a lot of damage, apparently. And, well, we did. We just kind of very suddenly died there. The way these say auto on them kind of implies that you'd be able to turn them to manual. Based on the auto shotgun's performance, I don't want to buy the shotgun. I think staying with the main rocket gun is good. Getting acceleration might be good. Or rage. But I don't know what rage actually... I don't know what any of them do in any serious, real sense. Like, obviously, acceleration most likely makes us faster. Rage most likely makes us hit harder, or it makes us attack faster. One of the two is almost certainly true. Turret launcher obviously summons turrets. It has a max ammo of 3, so presumably you get 3 turrets before it goes on cooldown. Shields us for question mark amount. I mean, the game recommends up and down to get the relic upgrades. Because presumably they're recommending that because the more weapons you have, the better protected you'd be. Which makes a degree of sense. And they really seem to kind of discourage some of these upgrades from being particularly valuable. Like, I feel like the speed upgrade should be a little bit more than just 0.1. Considering the in-run one is so much more. think I'm actually gonna buy a shield. And put missile launcher in slot 2. There we go. I don't know if that's the right choice. I have some active misgivings about this choice. But I'm gambling on that one, basically. Because the missile launcher really hasn't been doing a ton for us. That's why it got moved to slot 2. I'm hoping shield gives enough shield to be worthwhile. Okay, it's not actually giving shield health, it's just giving me a barrier. Okay. I'm wasting a lot of time toying with that, so this could go really badly for me. Like, there's a part of me that enjoys this little scramble we have to get resources. Because again, it's akin to Dome Keeper, which I dislike timers, but at the same time, if I was freely allowed to just keep digging to my heart's content between waves, I would probably manage to break the game very quickly doing that, so... Especially when we just do the super economy methods that I was doing. Yeah, it gives duration and reload time. Okay. Well, do the usual. Get those upgraded. For science. Okay, they straight up can't pass the barrier. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I wanted to see if it was like a protect me against enemy shots barrier, or if it was a nothing passes this barrier. That makes it a lot better. Now, the important other question is going to be, does it work on bosses? Because if it works on bosses, I think we might be in business. Because the trick to a lot of the bosses seems to be not getting body checked by them and devastated immediately. So a means to keep them from just charging in and contact damaging us to death pretty much wins us this. We don't exactly have a means of killing them rapidly currently, but it at the very least gives us a means of not dying before they do. Immediately, at least. Well, this was great for yellow, not so great for anything else. Let's go ahead and get that first speed upgrade. Because at a bare minimum, I need that first one. This will be great against the shooting waves as well, though, because we can just bubble up and walk our way to victory. Yeah, see, there's the edge. Okay, there's a mine at the edge, though. So I wonder if the edge disappears after the wave. Like, maybe there's only so much distance you can travel while you're currently under attack. Yep, that's exactly how that works. Okay. So I wonder if there's a value to going to mines that are further away. Like, do they reward distance with increased value in some description? I mean, you know what's better than rockets? More rockets. The auto rocket gun wasn't bad when we had it before, so I'm gonna kind of bank on that being valuable again here. I do appreciate how the rocks retain damage as well, so more than likely, if you end up running out of time, you can just have tagged a rock with damage to tell yourself, hey, future me, go this way, stupid. Or, at the very least, be able to finish that rock off quicker. If you have, like, terrible mining power at the time or something, so you can't just pop it. There's a lot of methodologies spinning in my head about how to make more efficient methods here. And there's a very real part of me that's questioning whether my methods, in terms of going economy first, is the right choice. But I feel like it kind of has to be. Because if you can't get resources, you can't get upgrades. And if you can't get upgrades, you literally just lose. We've already seen that with how the beginning went for us when I didn't know how to path sensibly yet. Like, efficiency seems to be a pretty big part of this game. Like, you don't have to be like, oh my god, every single frame of every movement counts efficient, but you have to not be stupid. Ideally. Which kind of makes this an awkward game for me to play right now, considering I am a little stupid right now, but we will make the best of it that we can. And boy, are we gonna make something of this, considering there's so much blue down here. You know, shocking, I know. Lots of blue at the bottom of the ocean. But that's not the blue I mean. Risking it for the profit. Bringing everything to the surface. Okay, we got quite a bit here. Spend it before the wave starts. We already have one speed upgrade. Yeah. Give that a power upgrade. Give me a power upgrade. Now I can't quite afford health, and that's probably gonna bite me in the ass. And, well, this is the choice I've made. I did bad math. Okay, it's not boss time yet, so we're fine. Barrier up. This way we can deal with the spitters on an even footing. Because they have the advantage of being fast, and I have the advantage of being shielded, so, you know, nobody gets to win in that scenario, and that is as fair as it gets for me at the moment. Meanwhile, we will devastate all of their friends and countrymen with high explosives. As tradition dictates. And there we go. Nice and clean. All things considered, we don't really know that much about what's at the bottom of the ocean. Maybe all this stuff is down there already. Who knows? Maybe this is the result of polluting the oceans for centuries. Could go many different ways with this, really. Auto shock rifle, auto shotgun, and sniper rifle. Sniper rifle was good, but kind of at the same time. Shotgun, I don't think I even noticed. So we'll take the shotgun. And if that was a confusing turn of phrase, good news. Confused me too, even though I'm the one that said it. I tried to enunciate shock more just to make sure it wasn't confusing, and then, well, it still ended up not sounding the best. Such is the way of things. But on the bright side, we've doubled the amount of blue we have again. So we might be in a decent spot. I say might because I'm currently refusing to say too much positive for fear of self-jinxing. I say knowing fully well that acknowledging it also is just as bad. But, you know, that's just how it's gonna be right now. And grab that. Do I want the speed upgrade for me? You know, I'm gonna risk it. I'm going all in on the mining power. Yeah, I figured it was you again, you wormy jerk. I don't know why you have so much missing health. I still don't understand that. Okay, he can pass through the shield, but he can't shoot me now. So we got that going for us, at least. I can just lay into him until the shield wears off. I still don't know if he has just lots of iframes or if his health bar just doesn't update properly. It's really hard to tell. Well, at least the shock gun seems to be doing something. I at least see the electric effect going off. Whether it's doing much of anything in the way of being useful doing that, hard to say. He has stayed up longer when he's been shocked, so I'm assuming that it slows him going back into the ground, just like it slows the enemies out in the field. I was hoping he was going to start shooting like that. This way we can just kind of pummel him. With a little bit of luck, we should be okay here. Ow. Speaking of luck, that was anything but. Once again, proving that I really shouldn't say such things. Okay. We got through it, though. I think we didn't do this one. Might be the other one I'm thinking of. Nope, this is the one we were just in, so it's the one next to me. Yeah, dang it. I thought I moved over further than I did. You know, that's just how it goes sometimes. Grab a whole bunch of free materials. Digging out everything. Or in this case, apparently digging out absolutely nothing. There we go. I was starting to get annoyed there for a moment. It was just like, come on, you couldn't give me this entire cave with just a handful of things in it. There's just no way. Oh, come on now. Like, was that my own fault? Yes. Do I have to be happy about it? No, not in the slightest. Come on. Okay, so we dealt with the boss, so I don't need to prioritize health necessarily at the moment. I think I'm actually going to take the duration increase on the shield, though. The shield seems like it's actually helpful. Crazy concept, I know. Something designed to keep you from being harmed is helpful. Wild concept, that. Just think of all of the health we're saving by not being shredded right now. Is if we didn't have that shield, all those shots would have been shooing us a new one, and it would have been a real issue. The shocking field on the shock gun really is ridiculous also. Like, ridiculously effective. This is another one we went into. I'm doing a bad job of paying attention to where I'm parking. This is the worst. This is horrifically inefficient. It makes me sad. All that vaunted efficiency I had going out the window as soon as my brain started detaching from the concept of what we're doing. Which it does often on a good day, but, you know. as soon as you put headache medicine into the play as well, just like, what's this whole thinking thing you wanted to do? No. You are not allowed to think properly anymore. You are now thinking manually. Okay, good, I was able to reach that. So, maybe not as good as I thought, considering slowly we climbed. Bonk. If you're wondering if I went to that rock in the corner on purpose, you'd be correct. So I was being greedy. As I do. So let that also be a lesson of don't text and drive. Because that's also what I was doing. This has been proving effective, so we'll go ahead and make its duration and splash radius bigger. I don't think it needs rotation speed that badly at the moment. Let's get a carry slowdown reduction in play and start making our way this way. So we guaranteed are near places we're supposed to be going in order to get more. He says knowing full well that he'll somehow forget that that's what he wanted to do and end up going in a different direction immediately. But at least I can then claim the attempt was made, you know? At least an effort will be in play for it. I really should have, like, planned out things to talk about while I'm doing this, considering, you know, this isn't the most exciting or remarkable gameplay happening on screen. Also, we might be about to die again, actually. This is gonna get really dicey. And the shield is definitely not recharging fast enough. Nope, we're okay. That got bad, but we recovered. And there's a relic. This might make the difference, depending on what it is. Though that is unfortunately very much depends on what this is. Case in point. Well, we'll take the health, because that'll save me having to buy the health upgrade. And we do definitely need the health. So it's not a bad result out of that, but it could have been better. So I think we are at max weapon slots, so I think that's all it was going to be able to do for us anyway. It just could have potentially rolled better upgrades, is the only thing. And I can be like, well, but it could have... It's like, well, yeah, it could have spawned a fucking gold mine for me or something. Wouldn't change anything. But, you know, if it could, I wouldn't exactly say no to that. Even if it would wreck the economy, I wouldn't mind having my own gold mine. So then I'd have to run a whole business around it and everything. So I guess I could just sell the gold mine to somebody more inclined to dealing with it. Definitely be less worthwhile than keeping it, but be less of a headache. Just gotta make sure to negotiate a really good sale. Okay, yeah, it did give me the second health upgrade. That's what I thought happened there, because it does show you the accurate icon for the upgrades. I could max out our rocket gun's damage, but there's one problem with maxing that out, and that is it's not a matter of how much damage it's dealing that we're having a problem with, because everything it's hitting is dying. The only thing dealing more damage with it would change is when we go to fight a boss, which is probably coming soon, admittedly. And this is the problem here, is like this reload time just doesn't seem like it goes down enough for it to feel like a great purchase. Though at the rate we're getting blue now, it's not a bad purchase either. Though it did say minus 0.2 and it only went down 0.1. I'm not the happiest about that. But, you know, it is what it is. No sense crying over spilled Old gunpowder. There we go. Hem them all into this corridor of doom here. Even though the frame rate keeps occasionally stuttering and the missile launcher went the worst possible direction. Okay. Let's bury her up now. Is they're gonna close the distance. There was no way we were stopping them from closing that gap. We had no tricks left up our sleeve at that point. So that was our only counterplay, really. Was to put a shield in front of us and hope for the best. Ooh. Ooh, very, very profitable cave. I'm not gonna be able to pull this all up with me at once, so let's just pull half, come back for it. It's early enough in the time that this is just so good for us. Like, this is almost gonna buy us the max reload for our rocket gun. In fact, never mind, we're getting our max reload for the rocket gun. I think. Actually, no, I don't think we have 8 blue on us. I think we have like 6 or 7. It's hard to tell when they start spinning around on me. Yeah, 7. We are missing 1. That's not to say we won't find one more, potentially. I just have a sneaking suspicion that we won't. Because that's what I want, and therefore, that's not allowed. We did find green, though. Hooray for green. Yippee! Sadness. Darkest yippee. Now, off of 1 green, we can repair a little again. But I can open this menu at any time, so what I'm gonna... Oh, wait, no, it was 12, right. I was calculating based off of getting both of them together. And I could have... If I'd gotten one more, I could have gotten the damage upgrade and the reload upgrade. That would have been grand. Yeah, this one properly updates it down to 1.5, just the other one skipped a point, which is weird. But I'm taking that because volume of fire. I'm just gonna hope that that works out better than it sounds like it would. Get the refresh rate on the shield to be better. We seem to have better control of the situation now, with the higher rate of fire on the missiles. Shield up just so I can march on through. Yeah, this shield really was probably the best purchase we've made in this game so far. That shield is so good. And you won't hear me be that excited about a shield often, so cherish that, shield lovers, while you can, because I will probably be back to, fuck shields. Shields are irrelevant once we're back to doing normal things. But in this game, shields are a lifesaver, so I'm willing to give them the respect they're due in that situation. Much like how I'm giving more credence to having a better health bar in this than I usually do as well, because it's just necessary. You don't really have a choice. We are too big a target and too slow a target to afford to be without durability. Okay, I think I'm digging too greedily now. Yeah, what do you know? I should have been greedy this way to begin with. Good thing I checked. Because otherwise, we'd be without basically double what we had. Yeah. Okay. We have maxed out our main weapon. There's nothing else I can do for that. And unfortunately, I think aside from a speed upgrade, there's nothing particularly meritorious we can get with 6. Like, I get rotation speed for these things, but they've always had something to fire at just about. So I don't really think there's that much value in that. But maybe there's a misunderstanding there. Let's go ahead and grab the speed, though, because the speed will be more useful, I think. Yep, it's crab time. Where is he, though? There he is. Okay, yeah, he punches right through the shield. I was afraid of that. But I needed to find out. I kind of need to dance around an obstacle with him, but I can't. I did not get enough mech speed to fight him. That's the thing I made a mistake on in this run, is not getting enough mech speed, because we couldn't stay ahead of him. Still, we're making some hefty profits per run now. So we got that going for us. There's a temptation to just crank speed and see where it gets us. But if it goes up to 300 immediately, it'll probably then go to 600 on the next purchase, and we won't get much speed out of that. That'll only be like 0.3 or 0.4 more, which would drop us at 4.0, which isn't bad. Alternatively, relic slot. But obviously we can do a bit of both. Yeah, it would have been 500, not 600. Either way, well, no, we would have been able to afford one more, which would have left us at 3.9, not 4. But that third relic slot should make a pretty big difference as long as we can actually get another useful weapon. I'm kind of curious. I assume if there aren't enemies down below, then the bomb skill probably lets us, like, bomb an area of rocks. So we'll go ahead and grab that. That might actually turn useful. And we'll keep pushing our drilling power up natively, because then we can save initial currency a bit as well. Though this will probably be the last one I do today, because I was only planning to go for like 2.5 hours today, just because, like I said, not feeling too great today and wanted to just get content out. Okay, this is a pretty good start. Something I actually should be doing to make myself more efficient is, rather than waiting till I go up completely, do that. Just as soon as I pay it in, just grab the upgrade. Like, there's just little things that I could be doing to make each of these runs much better. And I can tell that they exist, I'm just not processing that information as fast as I otherwise could. Not that I'm doing badly, I would say. I think I'm actually doing reasonably alright. There we go. I will say the end results on this run, with purchasing the upgrade early and purchasing it later, seems to have ended up the same at the moment. But I think there's a world in which that does actually make a difference. Because, like, if there was more stuff past those handful of rocks I dug through, it would have made a bigger difference. I hit E too early, and I've wasted time. My world is in shambles. My world is looking up, though. My world is very much looking up. Oh my god, there's so much in here. Come on. It's a good thing we don't have to worry about oxygen, huh? It'd be really awkward if I just drown hauling 50 rocks up. It'd be a real shame if it worked out that way. Oh yeah, bomb. Oh wow, bomb is real good. Real good. Noted. Make sure to use that at the start of every go then, huh? You know, I just realized, if we make our weapon effective enough, we probably could stay underground for an entire wave. Because these early waves are starting to become just kind of a non-issue. Oh, okay, it doesn't refresh per wave, it refreshes in real time, just like everything else on the Mac. Okay. Auto rocket gun worked out pretty well. Detonation charges also worked out pretty well, though. Artillery was okay, I seem to recall. Not like, oh my god, best thing ever. But I think I'll stick to the auto rocket gun because it's more guaranteed to do something, whereas the detonation charges and the artillery have a chance to not end up hitting anything. And I think I need some certainty in my life right now. I did forget to spend our resources, so that's a little awkward, but... So, I think I need some carry slowdown right about now, in fact. Yeah, because if I didn't have the slowdown reduction, carrying this much, we would have gone, like, nowhere. So I'm glad I had the presence of mind on that one. And it more than paid for itself. Like, this tunnel here was ridiculous. But we should actually spend our resources a little bit more here. Grab speed, grab some damage, grab some more damage. Like, getting to that immediately will make a very big difference for us. Because it basically means these waves just get detonated. Like, I arguably don't even need to be here. I could probably go down into the cave. In exchange for taking some damage, we would mine more. But I'm not going to toy with that idea too much at the moment. Because there are still a lot of enemies coming in these waves. It's just a thought worth considering. And it would be pretty funny to just be absent an entire wave. See if the game even lets me do that. Wow, this is a really profitable seed. God damn. Like, I think we've already seen more blue gems in these first couple waves than we saw most of the last run. This is kind of disgusting profit by comparison. But I suppose it is fulfilling the tradition of every time I say last run, things go, like, incredibly better. I should just say last run more often, but I feel like if the universe cottoned on to it being a lie, it would just really not work out for me. I also completely forgot to use my bomb this time. We'll use it on the next wave. I think we are going into a boss. So let's do that. Nope, not a boss. Okay, I'm a fool. Nope. Making my way downtown. Y'all can't stop me. may not be walking fast, but faces I sure do blast. Okay. Let's go right on in here. Bomb away. I feel like I should have dug down further and then like dropped the bomb as I was climbing back up, probably. That would have been a better use of it. But I'm still figuring that out. The shock rifle was quite good for slowing things. It didn't really seem to do anything other than slow down large masses of them, though. Let's get the machine gun. So I feel like the auto machine gun didn't really get a proper shake the first time we had it. Give me all the money. Turn in a big old profit. There we go. Oh, and for those who watch the VOD channel, the Lost Castle VOD section from the other day should be up now. I split it to try to trim the VOD size a little bit. I still don't know how to feel about the decision to do that, but it's still being toyed around with. So feedback is welcome on that logic as well. Let's go ahead and just turbo boost our rockets. See if we can actually get a kill. But we gotta get this fucking rock out of the way. Yeah, this spawn is kind of garbage for actually being able to hit him. We're definitely doing a lot of damage, considering, you know, every rocket's doing 120, not counting all of our side weapons, and he left. Okay, so it straight up is, he takes X amount of damage and he just leaves. It's not even a timed thing. That's kind of butts. I would rather get the satisfaction of actually killing him. Okay, that revealed quite a bit. So that's probably going to be my main use of the actual bomb, is just dropping it in the middle of sections while I dig off to one side to see what's in the other direction. So we save a bunch of time. Is we can actually grab all of this thanks to the time-saving bomb. And we'll have time to spare, actually. What I arguably could do is use some of this money to get the upgraded drill to go faster. But I don't feel particularly compelled on that score, because I don't... Like, we've definitely seen this cave layout before at this point. And I don't think there's gonna be that much more in there, because we found a lot in there. Before I forget, let's get the next speed up. Because again, that's for anti-crab speed. Oh yeah, we can upgrade the bomb too. Upgrading bomb power. Interesting thought, but for now, upgrade the machine gun. Then we'll upgrade the rocket a bit too. Let's head out this way just so we get some new territory again. In the hopes of finding another relic so we have our third weapon. I'm hoping just the volume of weapons is enough of a a game changer in our favor to make a difference. Which I know is, again, a kind of stupid sounding sentence, but just like brain is turbo fogged right now, so words are hard. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this cave right up here, because I think we went in that one already, if I'm remembering things correctly. But the problem is some of these spawns look the same, so the runs are all starting to run together a little bit. Go ahead and grab these, drop the bomb. Well, that sped things along in that I found out that there was a lot of fucking nothing in this hole. Upsetting. I feel like I've made a mistake. Yep. I've noticed that the mineral generation seems to favor a particular direction at a time. So if you dig a bunch and don't find something, you have to change direction pretty much, or you're not gonna find shit. Like in this particular case, it may not have necessarily favored left or right over each other, but it definitely said, nah, there ain't shit down there, no. Yeah, idiot. Going looking down. Ha! There's nothing down. Don't you remember the Minecraft rule of don't dig straight down? Of course there's nothing down there. Let's go ahead and boost the bomb power in the hopes that it breaks more of the blocks instead of leaving partials all over the place. And we'll keep on heading this way. Hoping once again for the logic of the further away from spawn you go, the better the results. Though, based on that last cave, not really true, but I'm hoping for the best on that one. It is nice being able to just bully my way through with the shield. I feel like, though, I might have popped it too early, but we'll find out. It depends on what else they send our way on this wave. Ah, nothing. That's what they sent. Fair enough. And this cave is already immediately much better than the last one, so I'll take that. Ooh, there's also a relic. So what we'll do is we'll grab the relic, and then we'll drop the bomb. This way, by the time we get that sorted out, it'll have cleared itself up. The napalm bomb launcher's only real problem is it shoots too close to me. I would rather fight further out, so we'll take the shock rifle now. Okay, this is a pretty profitable hole. I'm pretty happy with this. Considering it gets us our last weapon, and it gets us the material to upgrade it. And if I so choose. Though with the shock rifle, I don't know how much I'm gonna bother improving it. Because as already proven, it's pretty effective on its own. I am actually going to grab the mining upgrade right quick, though. So I was kind of doing a gut instinct move there of like, you know, I think if I upgrade my mining, we'll find more here, and I was partially correct. There was a couple more things to find. There may very well be even more further down in here. Aha! Ooh, I can actually bring enough green up for a change to do something. But we're gonna be late for the wave, so this could be bad. We're not gonna be, like, way late, but we're gonna be a little late. I could try to drop something, but I think all I'd do is drop the green and I'd be upset, so... Yeah, you can hear the enemies dying up there. There goes the shield, though. We need to be in the mech, like, now. Yep. That's what I figured. I'm so glad I have this shield, and we're as powerful as we are, or that would have been really bad to have pushed my luck on. Oh wow, they just sent like Super Worm and a handful of dudes. Okay. Yeah, now we have enough for a top tier upgrade in a couple categories. Improving the auto machine gun might not be a bad idea. Alternatively, it just feels silly to get max level speed. I feel like I would actually be better off spending the green on the max level carry slowdown, unless I want to wait for one more green for the auto repair, which I just don't think I'm gonna get. Not in time. So let's take the upgrade for the machine gun. So I have travel time to do right now, so we might actually be able to get enough to do more. Because for some reason I thought we had just finished mining, not that we had only just started mining. That's me being silly again. Oh wow. Look at all this blue. Look at all them chickens. Warning, if your chickens are blue, you may want to consult with a veterinarian. Something strange might in fact be happening. This'll have to do. I would push my luck if I had a sure thing near me, but I didn't. There's that max level carry slowdown, though I might have wanted to wait to see if it was time for crab before I did that, because I could have gotten max speed instead. Uh-oh. You know, hindsight can be a real motherfucker sometimes, huh? So I think it might actually be time for crab. Nope, not time for crab. We're okay. Okay, I did not fuck up too badly then. Very good. I had genuine concerns. Okay, there's a couple mines down here, so we want to try to stay in this vicinity if we can. There's actually a lot of mines here. This is when we find out that I went in a giant circle and we're actually back at the beginning. And I just cry. Yeah, that bomb is definitely worth the 100 meta currency I spent to get it. Had I realized it was only 100 and I actually processed that information when we saw it, I would have absolutely purchased it sooner. Because it is a game changer. Because it saves me so much just random digging. In fact, actually, we can go up and go to a different mine before this round is over. Which is actually a really long between wave timer, and I'm kind of spooked of that. Okay, we have max mech speed now. Look at our blistering pace. We so fast now. Okay, the double up is paying off. Thanks to our increased speeds, we can actually get away with grabbing this many as well. With this short of time left, and there we go. Nice profit. Nice profit. Let's get more health, because I have crab fears. I have crab-related fears. Yep, there he is. There's the boy. There he is to fuck my shit up again. Where's he going? He has more health this time than he's had the last couple times. I think they can show up later in the order, and that's why sometimes they have more health than other times. Like, presumably the 39,000 is the highest his health could ever be, depending on when he shows up. We're working him down, but he is still managing to get those charges off on me, so we're just gonna lose one way or the other here. Unless we can bully him out. Wait, we did it! We actually beat the crab. We've done it. We have defeated the crab. I can't believe it. We've actually managed to beat 2 bosses. Tradition has definitely been fulfilled of last run, most powerful run. Now let's see, power for the missiles, rotation speed for the missiles, damage upgrade for the big missile. Nah, we'll go ahead and take the power upgrade for that. Kaboom! Kaboom! There was, in fact, an earth-shattering kaboom. I'm not gonna lie, with the amount of meta currency we're gonna come out of this one with, I am tempted to do one more. But I don't know if I want to do that or not. We'll decide when this one actually ends. I might just do my purchasing and then send y'all somewhere. Might be fun to do an early raid. I should have dropped off the other stuff I had. Now I'm flying like an idiot with way too much. And we're actually gonna be late to get up there, so we might actually be in trouble. Help! This is how you throw the fight. This is how you die tonight. Especially since we were near an edge, so they probably were spawning like right on top of us. And grab that repair. Reload time. Reload time. I wonder what that aura around those worms actually means. Like, I assume it's just like, this is an elite. This is a particularly dangerous bastard over here who needs to die. There's every world in which it's like a damage aura or something as well, where it's making all the other guys stronger. I already forgot if we went to this very bottom one or not. The one over here. I don't think we did. I think we went to the one to my right, but I don't think we went to this one. Yep. So I think the one to the right of us is the one I hit when I was doing the double mine. Ooh. There we go. Grab all of this, drop the bomb. By the time we come back, that'll have cleared out space and revealed many goodies for us. Yes, many goodies. All of the goodies. Many much goodies. I really should upgrade the bomb further at this rate. You know, one of those things where The realization hits when you say that word that many times, like, you know, what if that's gonna get me put on a list saying it that much? Oh well. Not really anything to be done about it at this point. The word has been used. Certainly less unhinged than a lot of people out there on the internet anyway. So I'll have a lot of questions if I'm somehow the one that gets put on a list first. We could max out our tunneling power. There's an argument to be made there. Like either max level tunneling or auto repair. The thing is, we need to have green diamonds left for auto repair to kick in to begin with, and it only gives you 25 health. So I feel like that's not worth it. But I'm not gonna buy the max level of that right now. I'm gonna get the duration bonus for the shield first. We'll grab the duration bonus and the bomb boost. And then our next set of money will go into the mining boost, because we don't really need the mining boost for the start of the day. So I'm gonna have to find a mine I can go to that we haven't been in already. Maybe we haven't been in this one? I also, you know, need to not die. Dying before we can make use of any of that information. Kind of pivotal. Oh wait, there's further left. Never mind, we'll go this way. I have found new territory. Need to mine. This game seems very small, but the more you wander around, the more you realize, no, it's actually not as small as you think. But these guys are getting durable enough that I'm having some trouble getting rid of them. There we go. I just needed to get rid of the tanky boy. There we go. Speaking of, that's the other tanky boy you removed. I'm gonna drop the bomb straight away this time. Yeah, that was a lot more effective. And I don't mean more effective that I dropped it immediately, more effective since I upgraded it. I think this will be enough to get us the mining upgrade as well. Yes. No. We need to go grab hopefully 2 from this, and then we can afford it. And then we just start ripping through the earth at an absurd pace. Like, I honestly feel like that max digging upgrade is probably excessive. I know I left a couple yellows behind. I'm actually gonna do something goofy here. If I can get there quick enough. I just want to see what's at the top of this one and just see if I can grab like a handful. This worm needed to go real bad. Wow, we actually have a lot of territory over here. God damn. I wonder if this is endless in terms of like terrain generation. And we died. Never mind. We don't need to think about that anymore. blocks mined 10 is definitely a lie. We mined a lot more than that. Ooh, actually, I have enough to do a lot of work here. We could even get a laser cannon. I don't think I want the laser cannon, though. I do think getting a third skill is going to be worth it, and I'm going to grab the turret launcher. And then we're going to grab a relic slot. And now we're, like, broke already. And sad. It did do the thing where it switches what's in that slot immediately, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. Go ahead and put shield back on number 1. Turret launcher on number 2. Missile launcher on number 3. Do I do one more? On average, these have been taking like, what, a half an hour, give or take? Sure. I'll go ahead and do one more so we can play with our new toy. I have deceived the universe, and I'm probably gonna get slapped for it, but you know what? This is fine. There's a wreck here. Neat. I just get 3 bits out of it. I should not have went and grabbed that immediately. I probably should have checked that during the wave, but, well, you live and you learn, or in this case, you learn by dying. Thankfully, the bomb will make up for the lost time. Remember the lessons you've learned. I should have taken the carrying increase. But I assumed speed was going to get me to getting more of it quick enough. And I wasn't wrong, just not necessarily right either. So honestly, these early waves aren't much of a threat, so I'm gonna do something stupid here. Especially since this is last run of the day anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and grab material while the wave is going and see how this plays out. We are taking a lot of damage, so this was a really bad idea. Jettison a little bit of that so I can get up in time to prevent death, hopefully. Nope. The shield didn't go up in time. Okay, that was a waste. I'm not counting that one. And that turned out to be a terrible idea. Even though the mech defends itself some of the time, I think I need actual auto weapons before that'll work out properly. Which is weird because the regular weapon fires on its own sometimes. It's very strange. If anybody thought that was a intentional mulligan, I will neither confirm nor deny. Because we had started to turn that into an actually really good start. But I did burn a lot of time foolishly. I do wonder how effective those drones are gonna be now, too. Like, this is giving me so many ideas. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, arguably, actually, the previous run was better than this, but it's fine. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh! So I think these spawns might not be random at all, and I've just been walking around randomly enough that it seemed like it was random. It seems like those wrecks are just chilling where we died. But it may also be that it's just like, this was your approximate position when you died. The layout shifts a bit, and then it just places the corpse wherever is near where you had died before. But with the bonus of the turrets and such, I think I can go crazy on the economy straight away here and be okay. Ooh, green right off the bat, huh? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, see, the missiles are firing on their own right now. I didn't even have to fire them. So I don't know why it had such a problem defending itself before. Okay, the turrets last until destroyed. Interesting. So just parking a couple of those around like that is actually resoundingly effective. Yeah, this is the one we blew up already. I was afraid of that. I fucked up. I need to go up here, and we are so fucking slow that this is going to be a really awkward mining time, but it's the best I'm going to be able to do. Auto machine gun. All in all, for like a $6 game, this is pretty good. Does need a bit more sound design, as in just like more in general, other than just bloop 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 bloop. You're in water, or in some thunking noises. Yeah, see, there's violence transpiring up there this time. Not enough because there's flyers in play here, but it was something. Okay, so the max ammo of 3 on the turrets is you can have 3 turrets in play at a time, I think, as well. Because, like, the music during combat's nothing to write home about, but it's not bad. I just think there could do with a little bit more music in general. Like, for out of combat. Like, there's a little bit, but it's not really remarkable in any way. And of course, the fact that there's no music on the menu is kind of jarring. Other than that, though, completely competent survivors game. And I do like the added layer of the extra mining phase between fights, more or less. It is a dynamic we have seen before, like I said, with Dome Keeper. I think a couple others have done similar as well. Like, I think Wall World was kind of like that too, but I really didn't care for Wall World that much. I don't know if that's the one I really want to point out as a thing. Okay. I'll look at that in a moment. Grab the health. Do I go for double speed upgrades right now? Because we're already pretty good on digging upgrades. Actually, turret power. Turret power. Yeah. Because the turrets aren't bad, but they definitely need to be a bit better before I can start relying on them a little more. They also appear to be a little stupid at times. So I'm glad that the turret wasn't one of the first power-ups I purchased, otherwise I would have been a bit disappointed. It's just from this provides a distraction angle. They're quite effective. And they do have a good bit of durability to them, don't get me wrong on that score. I just think they, just in general, could be better. But I'm also very picky, as we know, so. Another relic already, huh? Interesting. Bring all this up while the bomb goes off down there. Attack distance on the turrets, huh? The jamming missiles aren't bad, but I think more range on my turrets for free might actually be a real winner here. I do kind of wish the relics wouldn't just give you the upgrades you could already purchase. I feel like it would be much more dynamic and interesting if they could give you random power-ups. Like, completely random, not in the skill tree power-ups, but I also understand that that would be its own thing to code and balance and be a whole thing. It would just be fun. Though for all I know, that might be something they plan to do. I don't know. All I know is as we've been going, I've been powering through these skill trees faster and faster. So there's something to be said for more to be available of that. If I can just pile driver right through it so easily. Okay, I can use my turrets as a barrier as well, so that's actually pretty useful. Like, they actively are cover against enemy attacks. It's got some jank here and there. Like, I've definitely noticed times where my attacks are not on reload cooldown, but aren't firing anyway. Which is a little weird. And just like small odds and ends like that that are inconvenient, but not majorly problematic. But again, this is version 0.6, as you can see up there, so I wouldn't worry over that too much. Look at all this profit we're just hauling right out of here. In fact, I'm actually going to leave this mine immediately and head to, yeah, this one. I should have plotted that out ahead of time if I was going to do a move like that, but it's fine. These often enough have rocks toward the top, enough that this will pay off. Yeah. That would bring them up to 12, and then they go up to 16. More health for them's an interesting thought. Definitely get the upgrade for the machine gun, definitely upgrade the bombs. God, I'm so not used to having this many of the upgrades so quickly. This is ridiculous. Because we only just dealt with the worm boss, and we already have most of the upgrades that I usually get. This is kind of fucked up. Oh wow, look at all this over in the corner here. Let the bomb clean up for me a bit. Not resoundingly effective of a bomb this time. I really should have left it in the middle again. Because the problem with putting it off to one side is it probably is just gonna hit screen edge partially, like it did here, and just not do anything. Aside from embarrass me and everyone involved, it definitely did that. Speaking of embarrassing myself, this mine is a little sad. There we go. Oh, how my standards for what is a good mine and what isn't has changed already, huh? If I don't come out of it with like 20, I'm not happy now. Whereas I was overjoyed to come out of a mine with more than like 6 at a time. Just a few minutes ago, really. I'm actually gonna give them the range increase before I give them the power increase. That's quite a lot of them coming in from the left, huh? They finally killed the right-hand turret after all of that. Another relic. What do we got this time? Bombs away. Detonation charges, auto rocket gun, duration increase for shield. We had the auto rocket gun last time, so we'll go ahead and take the detonation charges back. Slow ride. This fucking song again. There we go. I think we almost could get max drill power already. This is stupid. This is the best kind of stupid. But I'm gonna buff up our bomb some more. Buff up the detonation charges. Okay. This mine is otherwise disappointing, so I'm leaving. There could be a ton of metal in there and I would never know it. I might go back in there with the next wave's bomb and just be like, hey, remember me? Kaboom. This is already more worthwhile, as you can see. What I should have done was drop another turret before I went down the hole, because the turret would have recharged before I came back up. Oh well. Which reminds me, we could get turret power now. It's one of the few things we can afford other than reload time on my main rockets. You know what? Sure. The turrets are doing a lot of work. Is at a minimum, they're like tanking for me at this point. Though it is trippy hearing the damage sound going off when it's the turrets taking the damage, not me. I'm gonna take the risk and try to bomb further down into this one. Because we really didn't pull that much out of this one, and I have just this weird suspicion. Yeah, it seems like you have to go X distance down into one of these holes to find green. That's one of the things I wanted to prove out. And the fact that there was just generally more things down here. Not enough more things to have been worth burning our bomb, but, you know. Science. Funsies. Doing things. Yeah. Every now and then you're legally obligated to throw for content. I don't really know if I would call that content, but, you know. Either way. As you can see, it's not really a big issue because we can just make the value back up anyway. We could go max speed mining now if I wanted to. I don't think it's time for crab yet, so I'm not gonna worry about buying speed. There isn't too much else I can do. This is when it is in fact time for crab and I'm ruined. I also don't know if I could take the crab in this reality anyway. We have the added bonus of the machine gun turrets, but I really just don't know how much value they're adding. Oh god, the game is having a time right now though. It really gets a little grumpy when the big waves come out. I feel like the vast majority of them are dead now. Okay, this was a mine I'd been in already. This too was a mine I've been in already. So it can wall off places you've already been because of the distance then. Okay. That's more good information. Is this one we've been in already? No. That's just satisfying to watch all those blocks disappear. But yeah, as to future plans, I don't have any like major league plans in play. Like obviously we're going to finish up the new 7 Days to Die server, which I have made some changes to, by the by. So look forward to that on Saturday. I'm not going to spoil what's happened for those that are not in the know. You will get to find out on Saturday. You know, get excited about potential things having happened with that. Oh, the crab is showing up. Oofa. Hello, Mr. Krabs. Yeah, that final speed upgrade really isn't actually that much speed. It seems like you have a top speed in this game, so upgrading actually starts not mattering after a bit because of the meta progression upgrades. So I could have swore that last upgrade was more before, and we're dead. I might have thrown that fight a little bit by circling the wrong way around just to get it ended. Because I could feel the headache coming back. So this was fun, though. I'm glad I decided to do this today. Even if my energy was very much off. Okay. Let's see. I'll take a quick scan through the raid list and decide whether I want to throw something out or not. Huh. Interesting. Twitch, stop mentioning that to me. I do not care. No, I think this might end up actually being a no-go day. Because there's a few people on, but I don't want to keep sending to the same people over and over again. And the rest of what I have left, I don't know if I want to raid while not in the best situation in between the headache and the tired and the everything. So, this will be a no-raid day and it'll be fine. So, thank you for taking the time to be here, everybody, and I will, of course, see you on... What is today? Today's Thursday. I will see you all tomorrow or something. As to what that something will be, we'll figure it out. Good night, everybody.